Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, with our main topic. Today we are discussing today the path of the Holy Family here in Egypt, and the stops and the stations that they have stopped in, and the renovation work that is taking place in each place that they have stopped, and about the most important stations that they have stopped in. Actually, this path is going to help or to boost tourism in Egypt and attract a large number of tourists to Egypt. To shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have this phone with Mr. Ihab Kamel, researcher and historian. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Mr. Kamel, as we are speaking about the path of the Holy Family, could you give us your insight concerning the importance of this path for the tourism in Egypt?
Well, it's considered to be a new product, if I may say so, that Egypt had never introduced before. We've always been offering a cultural product or a leisure product, but this time we're offering a new product which is really a very precious one, which is the religious product, the religious tourism product. Actually, we can say that Egypt is one of the main important sites where the Holy Family had stayed, especially that geographically we're not far from where they had lived. Basically, you will also notice that this route of the royal family, it's covering most of Egypt, starting from the north of Sinai all the way till Asyut in the south. So basically, each part of this route has got its own type and its own different character, which I believe that it will be an excellent opportunity to the travelers to come and to see not only the part of the royal family, but as well different parts of Egypt, which I'm sure that is going to give a boost to the Egyptian tourism, especially that this is a very special product. You're talking about a place where the Holy Family had stayed, which more than billions and billions of devoted Christians will be interested to see.
Yes. So, Mr. Kamel, how do you see the importance of renovating and reviving or developing the sites of the Holy Family have visited here in Egypt? And let us mention some of them in Sharqiya, Kafr al-Sheikh, Asyut, Gharbiya, North Sinai, and also in Minya.
As a matter of fact, some of these places already have started having a good touristic infrastructure, like Asyut or Minya, because for them these were major tourist destinations from before. Surprisingly, we found that, especially in Upper Egypt now, we have excellent motorways, the accessibility is easy, which is very good for the touristic infrastructure. Also places for accommodation at the moment, especially in Asyut and Minya. As a matter of fact, also near Cairo in Wadi Natrun, we have an excellent touristic infrastructure, and I hope that this would extend to the Delta as well. And from what I'm seeing in the upgrading of the infrastructure of the country, I think this is going to be an added value to the Egyptian tourism.
Yes. So could you name some of the stops that the Holy Family have stopped in, Mr. Kamel? Like,
Well,
for example,
we
in
have one.
Cairo, the St. Serge's Church. Could you name some of the places that the Holy Family have stopped in? Not the governorates, as you've just mentioned, like Minya, Sharm el-Sheikh, Kafr el-Sheikh, North Sinai. We would love to know what are the churches or the places that they have stopped in each governorate.
Well, if we start from the north,
Yes.
they came through Arish, and then they had stopped at a place near Port Said, which was called in the ancient times Farama.
Yes.
Then they had moved to Sakha, that in Kafr Sheikh, and then they had moved to near Cairo in Mataria, near the site of Heliopolis. Also, we do have in Cairo itself, in Old Cairo, we have the place where they had lived for almost more than 6 months, actually. That is in the church of San Sergius, where the church was built. It was built actually on the top of the Holy Crypt, where the Holy Family had stayed, as this area was considered to be a Jewish district, which was for them a perfect place to hide. Then they started moving south until they had reached Menia in Hermopolis, where we have the site of one of the very big ancient Coptic monasteries, which is the monastery of Jabal al-Tir.
Yes.
Until they had reached their final stop in Asyut, south of Menia, where we have Deir al-Muharraq, or al-Muharraq Monastery, and this was their last stop in Egypt. This was a long journey that took around 3 years.
Yes? Hello, Mr. Kamel?
Hello?
Hello? Yes, I can hear you, please.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Kamel, I can hear you. Please proceed. Hello? Hello? Mr. Kamel? Hello? Well, it seems that we have a technical problem and we lost the line. Actually, the Minister of Antiquities, Dr. Khaled Al-Anani, have witnessed the inauguration of some of the stops in the area of Wadi and Natron, which were visited by the Holy Family during their flight to Egypt. Well, we resume our phono with Mr. Ihab Kamel, researcher and historian. Yes, Mr. Kamel. Hello? Hello, Mr. Kamel. Mr. Ihab Kamel?
Yes?
We were just speaking about the stops of, by the Holy Family, and especially the St. Sergius Church. Hello?
Hello, I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Yes, Mr. Kamel, I'm raising my voice. Mr. Kamel. Yeah, it seems that we have lost the line. Well, the St. Sergius Church here in Cairo is one of the very important stops, and it's one of the important churches here in Egypt, and it's visited by Egyptians and also by tourists from the whole world. And what gives this church its importance is that the Holy Family have spent most of the time that they have spent in Egypt in this church, and we can see the bed of Jesus Christ. Also, Minister of Antiquities Khaled Al-Anani have witnessed the inauguration of some of the stops of the area of Wadi al-Natron, which were visited by the Holy Family. While we have again over the phone Mr. Ihab Kamel, a researcher and historian. Mr. Kamel? Mr. Kamel? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Kamel.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't hear you properly. I'm sorry.
We can hear you if you would like to add, to continue your words. Hello? Hello, Mr. Kamel. Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Ihab Kamel, historian and researcher. Thank you for your valuable information. We were speaking, ladies and gentlemen, about the flight of, or the path of the Holy Family here in Egypt. Egypt is reviving and is about to inaugurate the whole path. And actually, a part of this path was inaugurated by the Minister of Antiquities, Khaled Al-Anani, in Wadi al-Notroun here in El Fayoum Governorate. And it was visited by a large number of officials. This is going to boost tourism in Egypt and is going to attract a large number of tourists to Egypt. I thank you very much for following me in this segment. My name is Amal Mukhtar. Thank you very much for following me, and please stay tuned for more segments in the Breakfast Show.